Alright, what is up YouTube? So today I'm going to be showcasing an old friend of mine's Lunalights. I feel like a lot of people have forgot about Lunalights ever since Tiger got banned, but I feel like this deck still has a lot of decent combos. It has an OTK combo, it has a few decent options going first, and the deck is just really good for running a lot of hand traps because you only really need 2 or 3 cards to OTK in this deck. And in this video I'll be showcasing some combos, I'll be showcasing the deck profiles, and then kind of talking about the deck moving forward. Maybe, you know, post VFD ban, this deck will be a lot better because going second is going to be a lot better because you can, you know, activate monster effects, you can play going second cards. So before I get into that, I do want to say let's hit 30 likes so I can show some replays of this deck. I really want to showcase a lot of replays for this deck so I can show you how well this deck does versus the meta, versus the rogue decks, versus every deck. So I do want to really show you guys the power of Lunalights because I feel like a lot of people just really doubt this deck, especially post Tiger ban, because they feel like this deck does nothing, but I'll prove them wrong. So with the combo, it's just a really simple combo. I'll just, you know, speed through it real quick. So you're gonna normal summon Chick. Everybody knows this combo. Send Martin, then use the effect of Perfume, summon back to Martin, and then this is where it kind of gets, you know, different because we don't have Tiger, so going into the Zephyros combo is not really optimal. But instead you're going to go into Redoer. Redoer is going to use its effect to detach and then banish itself. You're going to detach the Martin. Martin's going to get its effect to add Serenade Dance, and then you're going to use the effect of Perfume. Perfume is going to discard your Serenade Dance, and then you're going to add the Emerald Bird, which is going to immediately be sent to the graveyard with the effect of Dance. Dance is going to send the Emerald Bird, summon the Wolf onto the field, and then you're going to use the effect of Emerald Bird since it was sent to the graveyard by a card effect. You're going to summon back the Kaleido Chick, which is really good. So now you can use the effect of Kaleido Chick to send the Panther Dancer to the graveyard, and now you're going to use the effect of Martin, bouncing back your Wolf to your hand. So now you can now fusion, and then you're going to overlay into number 60 Dugaris the Timeless. Now this card is just really good for utility. There's really 3 good effects, but mainly you're going to be using the special summon effect to summon back your Kaleido Chick, and then you're going to use the effect of your Kaleido Chick. Kaleido Chick is going to send the Emerald Bird. It doesn't really matter what you send at this point. If you have your graveyard loaded with a bunch of Lunalights, you probably want to send another Panther Dancer, but for the situation you're just going to send an Emerald Bird because you don't really care. And then you're going to pretty much link off these 2 for an Underclock Taker. This can be any link to if your opponent has an open board, but if your opponent has a monster in attack position less than 3k 50 attack, you're just gonna, you know, go into Underclock Taker because that's going to allow you to OTK. So you're gonna fusion with the Wolf. Wolf is going to summon out the Leo Dancer, and this is pretty much game through any monster in the attack position because a lot of people are gonna have, you know, special summon monsters on the board, and if they have a monster in attack position, you can use the effect of Underclock Taker. Underclock Taker is gonna lower their attack to 0 pretty much because Leo Dancer has a billion attack, and then you're gonna attack with the Leo Dancer. You're going to attack with the Taker, and then attack with Leo Dancer again because their board is going to be cleared by the effect of once per turn during the end of damage step. If this card attacked the opponent's monster, you know, destroy all special monsters they control, like pretty much. So this combo is really good. It's really good for OTKing through an open board. You could also, you know, keep Dugaris on the field if you have a lot of Lunalights in graveyard already, and then use the effect to double the attack of the Leo Dancer so it can, you know, attack multiple times with 7k attack, so you can just like OTK through any board. You can also make like Cerberus if they have, like, you know, a monster special summon from the extra deck in the main monster zone. You can also go Phoenix if you want to clear a back row. So through an open board you probably just, you know, go Phoenix, Unicorn, something else, whatever. But if they have a monster in attack position, you go into Underclock Taker, put them down to 0, attack, and for game. And because you banished the Kaleido Chick, they're not going to be able to use anything during the battle phase, so they have to flip everything face up. Maybe they have a, you know, Conquistador, Hakero, maybe they have a Sanguine, they have to flip it up during the main phase, and then it doesn't matter because you're going to be able to attack over that Golden Lord that's in attack position clear their board, and then attack per game. So this is a really good combo for going second. But now I'm going to showcase a combo going first. It's nothing really different than the other combo. You're still going to have the same 2 cards, your Perfume and your Chick, but instead you're going to go into your Evil Storm Nightmare, and then during the end phase you're going to get back your Time Thief Redoer. So this is pretty much like 2 interruptions with the Nightmare and a Redoer that can potentially have a trap card, and if not, it's still like a body that floats every single turn, so it's really good. It's also damage for when you summon out your Leah Dancer for game. And you're gonna have like 3 other cards in your hand, so it doesn't really matter. You probably have like a Ash, you might have a Droll, you might have a Nibiru. So even though this combo doesn't end on much, it's still like 2 disruptions plus like hand traps in your hand. So it's a really decent combo if they make you go first. And yeah, but if you really want to go deep into the combo route, I'm gonna advise you guys to play this version, which is a version that it's not fun, but it is a really solid combo. I had this combo since like June, like ever since like Tiger got banned, I came up with this combo. And yeah, so let's showcase the combo. So I have 14 in extra. I know I was just testing stuff. This is like months and months ago, so don't really mind the extra deck. I am gonna showcase the full deck profile. So yeah, so let's go into the combo. We have Chick Perfume, or Chick, yeah, we have Chick Perfume, which is going to be really good. You special summon the Mothman, summon that. I'm not really going to talk over this combo. I'm just going to, you know, showcase you guys like what the deck can do going first. So you're going to do the Zephyros combo, you know, Redoer, add Wolf, use the effect of Serenade Dance, special summon, then go into Cross Sheep. And then you're going to summon your Saber Dancer. Now, if you would realize, Saber Dancer is a level 9. So you know what's coming, guys. Very fun dragon. Very fun dragon. He is here. So we're going to go into Tornado Dragon. And then we're going to go into VFD, True King of All Calamities. And yeah, that's pretty much the combo, guys. This Tornado Dragon could have also been like a Verte into Dragoon. This combo was way before Dragoon was even out in TCG. So if you really wanted to, you can go into Dragoon, and then you can protect it from something like, I don't know, Gamma and stuff like that. So this is pretty much the combo. It's just like load your graveyard up with a lot of Lunalights, summon Cross Sheep, summon Saber Dancer, summon back your Kaleido Chick, send more cards to the graveyard, go into a XYZ or Verte, and then summon another Saber Dancer because you bounce back your Wolf with Martin, and then you just make VFD. So I mean, it's pretty unfun, but as I advise you guys, just play the going second version. It's way more fun, it's way more interactive, and I just like that. So let's talk about the deck profile. So the first deck is the going second blind OTK deck. Now, a lot of people think like, oh, you can't go second, VFD is just like too OP. In this deck, you run a lot of hand traps, so Ash, Droll, Nib, Gamma, and then you can play going second cards like Droplets. I feel like this deck can pretty much play a lot of space for hand traps, because you don't really need anything but Chick and Wolf. Like Chick, Wolf, Perfume, like, you know, Emerald, Bird, Martin. Like, that's all you need, and then you just play Tenki and Foolish, Desires for consistency, and then Serenade Dance with the combo. And then everything else, like, that's like 20 cards. So everything else, you just play, you know, staple cards like hand traps, going second cards. Maybe if you really wanted to, you can play like Lightning Storm in the main for back row decks. But this deck is pretty solid. It's pretty good. You have a good chance of opening up a hand trap going second, like multiple hand traps going second, because you have 3, 6, 9, and then 11. And then you could count Droplets as a hand trap, because you could pretty much play like Bell or Skullmeister. So that's like 14 hand trap spots you can play in the main deck. And if you really wanted to, you can cut down Serenade Dance to 1 and play another hand trap. So that's 15 hand traps you can play in your deck going first, or going second. And that's just pretty good as a going second deck. And then for the side deck, it's just stuff for VFD, or Virtual Worlds, and Drytron. So Cycle Reader for Drytrons, Lancia for virtual worlds or PKs or anything deck that banishes is just really solid. And then the second or third nib for going second as well. And then backrow hate, you just need backrow hate in this format. There's a lot of Eldritch, there's a lot of Guru, there's a lot of Ultra guys, so having backrow hate is just really good. And then for the extra deck, it's pretty solid. 2 Leo Dancer, 2 Panther Dancer. It's really important that you have multiple Panther Dancers, so if they, like, sometimes you don't go for game. Like, you might, like, be super close to gaming them, but if you just summon Leo Dancer, that's not 7k on, I mean, that's only 7k on board, so you're not going to be able to OTK, but you will be able to get a lot of damage off. And you know, if they out the Leo Dancer, you just don't have a win condition. So having multiple Leo Dancers, having multiple Panther Dancers is just really, really solid. This is like the perfect ratio. You can't play more or less than this. And then Tiger King, I think it's decent, but with Tiger Ban, it's just like it's not as good as it was. Nightmare and Reader for going first. Also Reader good for going for the combo to get Serenade Dance to your hand. Cross Sheep it's decent. It's good for climbing into Unicorn or even going into Apollosa or Axis Codes if you really want to play it. But it's mainly to go into Unicorn to spin a card. Other than that, it's not that good. Maybe it's good for going for a rank 4 play if you really wanted to, if you have a really good hand. But for the most part, you're just gonna use this mainly to go into Unicorn. Geonator, this is really good for people that don't play around it, and for this deck, you summon a lot of monsters on the field, so link climbing is really good. Cerberus punishes people for summoning Zeus in the main monster zone, or any monster from the extra deck in the main monster zone, so that's really good. Phoenix, Unicorn for utility. Almirage is decent for when you summon your Yellow Martin if you don't like have anything and you have a Perfume in hand. So if you have Emerald Bird, or not Emerald Bird, Yellow Martin and Perfume, you can normal summon the Martin, link it off for Almirage, then go for Perfume, and then like use the effect of Perfume, ditch like a Serenade Dance if you have that in the hand, or anything, and just combo off. But it's just mainly for when your hand is like a super brick and you want like Perfume to be live, so that's really good. And then Underclock Takers for the game. So the next deck profile, it's just like VFD. It's not really anything special. I updated it with Dragoon and Verte, but for the most part, it's just like summon VFD, next turn followed up with a Leo Dancer and a DK. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I went through a lot of things. I know it's a lot to process with this these, you know, few combos you have, and then you have the VFD combo, both of the deck lists. But I feel like if you want to play this deck, it's definitely going to be better next format when VFD gets banned. There's no way VFD is surviving in the next list. So I think this deck is going to be very, very solid next format, because you can now play, instead of playing hand traps, you can play a lot of going second cards. So instead of relying on hand traps, you can just, you know, play Kaijus, Alpha, Pankratops, you know, all those going second cards are just really, really good. And yeah, like this deck is still really solid, even with VFD in the format, just because you can play a lot of the hand traps and just stuff like that. So I've rambled on long enough. I probably like fumbled a lot of my words. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'm out. Peace.